going to just and we had some decisions at first that were crucial to an understanding where are we going. Because at first we were talking about the rights on the land, what we call the land of Israel, of Eretz Israel, what the Palestinians call Palestine. And I started with the Bible, they started with their own forefathers, and after a few meetings, we decided that the only way to sign an agreement is not to decide who has more rights on the land. This is less, it is important, but this is less important. But the only way for us to end the conflict is by an understanding that we are not thinking about our parents and not about our forefathers and not about the rights of the Jewish or the Palestinians on the same embarrassingly tiny piece of land, but it's about the future of our children, our grandchildren, and generations to come. And I believe that we can do it. I would like to thank what you are doing here and what ICSR is doing, working together with different parts of what I said, the same camp of moderates in Israel and Jordan, the United States, and Britain is something of utmost importance. And I believe that together we can win in both sides of the same equation, against terror and for peace. Thank you.
So Ms. Livni is graciously will welcome questions. So I'm sure there's tons of questions. And why don't we start right here in the first row?
Maybe can I take some together?
Absolutely. Okay, so you have a piece of paper, we have some water. Do you have a pen? Here. Okay, you ready? Okay. Trudy, and then we'll go row by row. We'll take 2 questions at a time, is that okay?
Okay.
2 questions at a time.
Trudy Rubin from the Philadelphia Inquirer. Ms. Livni, you mentioned Turkey, which in the past has been such an important ally for Israel. Do you think there is a way back to a relationship? Minister Ben Eliezer recently met with the Turkish foreign minister. It caused some flack with your foreign minister. I'm wondering, was that a good idea? Do you think a basis can be found to keep a relationship going which has proved pivotal for Israel in the region?
Okay, a question about Turkey. Yes, right here in the third row. Please, we get the microphone?
Thank you. You talked about kind of alliance between Israel and moderate Arab states like
Yes.
Jordan, Egypt.
And others.
And others. As far as I know, like President Mubarak or King of Jordan, they agree that there is alliance against Iran, Hezbollah, and Hamas. But the Arab street, as far as I know, still the Arab street sees Israel as the enemy, not Iran. What's your take on this? Thank you.
Thank you. About Turkey. Well, I believe that meetings are important, and it's not less important to inform the foreign minister on this. But basically, I believe that the role of Turkey is very important not only to Israel, but to the entire world. And since the world is working together now in order to prevent Iran from having a nuclear weapon, the role of Turkey is crucial on this. As a member of the Security Council, as a member of NATO. It's not only, diplomatic partnership. And this is the reason that I believe that it is not only about, well, it affected the relations between Israel and Turkey, but it is more, it is bigger than this. We have Turkey being rejected this way or the other by the EU. We have Turkey trying to, as I said, to mediate. And we have also a completely different understanding by Turkey and Erdogan on Hamas. And I had some discussions with Erdogan in the past about the role of Hamas. And Hamas was invited by Turkey, and Russia, by the way, after the elections. But then, when it was clear where the international community is standing, and when it was clear that the quartet put the requirements, and it's not something which is an Israeli-Palestinian issue or helping Israel against the Palestinians, so Turkey worked accordingly. I think that what happened during, especially the last few months, is that since there is no peace process on the other side, there was less understanding what is the reason for the blockade. Things were, the appearance now is that this is more Israel, the same old Israeli-Palestinian conflict without these differences between Hamas, Fatah, and according to the different camps in the region. And I believe that what needs to be said to Turkey, and I heard this in the last few days, is that they need to choose a side. And I believe that the right place for Turkey to be, according to its own interest, is to be with us. And I hope that this is going to be the decision. But yet, my last sentence is going to relate also to what I was asked about the Arab streets. Since we live in a world of images and perceptions, the Turkish street is completely against Israel. There is less understanding that there is a distinction, and the whole idea is not to punish the Palestinian people. And we have Erdogan himself addressing his own people in the most extreme way against Israel before. Sometimes it's very difficult when we have leaders saying these words, to pull back these words afterwards, when the public opinion is completely against Israel or there is less understanding that the situation is different. I truly hope that Turkey is going to make the right choice, and I think that it's not too late. I think that we see now a trend that can be stopped according to their own decisions. It's not something that the world is going to force. Talking about the Arab world, I said deliberately not only Jordan and Egypt, because when it comes to Jordan and Egypt, this is the easiest part. We have a peace treaty. But when I was foreign minister, and I had also some conversations and meetings with other parts of the Arab world, states that don't have diplomatic relations with Israel. And usually I had these meetings with them in hotels in Europe, and I said to them, listen, I want to be the legal wife, not to meet you in hotels room in Europe anymore.